I'm Maria Louise Kruger. I've been presenting guiding courses for the past 15 years. I'm actually a registered pharmacist, but traveled the world and, just started getting interested in traveling and tourist guiding and so forth. So here I am. MGT Training Solutions is an accredited training provider with CAFCETA, just that you know. So it's not a fly-by-night organization, so you will definitely get your certificates by the end of this course if you are found competent, but I'm sure all of you will be found competent. So the objective of the training, I'm just quickly going to recap on what I've already sent you, is to qualify you as a site guide for the Johannesburg Heritage Foundation. And you will be able then to conduct guided walking tours and city driving tour experiences as legal guides. But unfortunately, this qualification will only limit you to Johannesburg metropole area. I'll tell you later how you could upgrade yourself to a provincial guide and eventually a national guide if you wish to go that route. So let's quickly have a look at the program that you will be doing. It's called a skills program culture site guide. It's on a level 4, so that equates to matric level or grade 12, like they say nowadays. And we call it, our in-house name for the course is the basics of guiding, because it gives you the head of a guide. I don't know if you can see my arrow here, but you can see the man there with the wheels running in his brain. So that gives you the head of a guide. So you start thinking like a guide, act like a guide, look at safety precautions, know exactly what to do and how to do it. So this is the first step in becoming a professional tourist guide. I will be talking about unit standards. I'm not sure if you are familiar with that. Anybody? Okay, I think I'll just continue. Can you all still hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. Just interrupt me or let me know if I've maybe gone quiet for a minute or two. Let me just explain it and assume that you don't know anything. So please forgive me if you already have knowledge of how the NQF system works. So this is a program within the National Qualification Framework, and it's not a full-fledged qualification. I'll show you just now how that works, but it's based on 5 unit standards, and I've listed them here. You can go and read it again in your own time. And we're also going to add 2 additional unit standards just to give you that bigger scope, especially because you're operating in a major city and you need some additional information that the normal site guide doesn't need. So just to explain, a unit standard is like a building block. Just have a look at that brick wall. So all these unit standards, they're numbered 335, 801, 802. These are all unit standards, and they are like bricks in a wall. So all of them together form a unit. So you can do them one by one, but it won't be sufficient to build a wall. You need all the bricks to build that wall. So initially we're just going to build a very low brick wall with these few unit standards. But if you continue, you will add to the bricks in the wall and it will become higher. Okay, so on the left, you can see a representation of the basics of guiding, what we've just discussed, or the site guide or skills program, comprising of 5 unit standards and 2 additional unit standards. Usually it's 34, but you will have a little bit more unit standards to add to your collection. Now, if you want to proceed to the full qualification, the next step would be the advanced guiding course, and that comprises of 18 unit standards. and 100 credits. So you can see here we're adding some muscles, some arms, some legs, and other parts of the body to make a complete professional tourist guide. And this qualification, once you've achieved that, is called the Further Education and Training Certificate, or the FETC in short, tourist guiding. So that's also on a level 4. And that will qualify you then as a provincial guide. So that means you can guide throughout Gauteng, go to Pretoria, Krugersdorp, or wherever. And then eventually you can just add provinces and you will become a national guide. Are there any questions at this stage? Okay, I'm assuming.
Clear.
Okay, great. So you already have seen the program overview. Just basic, there will be, we are aiming at 9 to 12 weeks. I want to discuss with you maybe some possibilities if you want to do it shorter or you want to do it at 12 weeks. And then it will comprise of contact sessions, self-study and research, and assessment. So the main method of training or participation will be the virtual online training videos, presentations. Then there will be self-assignments represented by this pencil here, and then the interaction classes or the coaching where you actually get practical exposure on how to, we look at your presentation techniques, we go through the briefing and all sorts, that type of thing. So that will be the coaching sessions. Then you've already seen, I think, the list of topics that will be covered. And it might look like a whole lot of things that you need to know as a guide, but trust me, you will thank me at the end, because you will gain, I believe, a lot of interesting new perspectives and new techniques, and also gain understanding of the importance of the health and safety aspect, the legal framework you need to operate in. We'll look at manage a group, although not in depth like we do in the advanced group. And then, so there are many topics that we will cover. And then the coaching sessions, I think 2 should be sufficient. So the one will focus on the walking tour, and the second one will be a city driving tour, and we'll do that simulated. So we have already got the video footage of a Johannesburg drive-through. So you will pretend you're sitting on the coach, and we'll use the microphone, and we'll practice the presentations to do it timelessly, to say just enough, to ensure that the clients actually see what you're talking about, and that sort of information. And then finally, once we've done all of this, we will come to the assessment events, where you will be required to submit your additional practical evidence workbook. And I promise you, it's not a thick book. If you work on it throughout the course, you can done it quickly. I think it's about 50 or 56 pages. I hope I'm not mistaken, but it's not going to be a lot of work. And then there will be online knowledge questionnaires. And again, it's not going to be tricky and trying to catch you out. What we want to do is to make sure that you have the right foundation and the right knowledge to conduct tours safely within the national and international legal framework. Then finally, the presentations, I've currently highlighted it in yellow. I think we will be able to cover that in the coaching workshops. So if I'm satisfied that you display sufficient knowledge and techniques, then we don't need to do this final one. So it will all depend on you, and just gathering from your answers and meeting you online. I think you all have amazing talents and personalities, and I'm sure you all will be excellent guides, or you're already excellent guides. You just need to get legal. Then okay, before I give you my information, what I need from you to get started: a copy of your ID. It doesn't need to be certified if you can't get to the police station in time. then I will be sending a link with an electronic
To let you
form.
in.
Sorry?
Sorry, I just want to interrupt you a second. Some are waiting to be let in. Could you let them
Okay,
in?
yeah, okay, I will.
Thank you.
Now I have to stop sharing, I suppose. Admit, okay?
You don't need to stop sharing, Maria.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, I saw it was up here. Thank you for that. I don't know who entered now. We'll chat to her now. Yes, so I'll send you a link to an electronic form that you need to complete with your information, your personal information. It complies with the POPI Act, or we comply with the POPI Act. And this will be eventually submitted to CAFCETA so that we can register you as a learner, or I don't like to refer to you as learners, let's say as candidates for this program. And we need those documents and that information to get the process started. We have to do it actually before we start with the course, but yeah, we'll get there. And then finally, for us to move forward, I'd like us to, I don't think we have time to discuss it here on Zoom tonight, but I'm thinking of just creating a poll in order for us to determine what are the best dates and times to complete the activities. So maybe we can just chat a little bit about that when I've given my contact information, and then I'll open it up for questions so that you can ask whatever's on your heart. Let me just give you my details, or perhaps I can do this later. I will forward it to you. So if you need any information, any assistance, you can always send me a WhatsApp, call me on the landline, or just send me an email.